I was married to her for 41 years. When she passed, I didn't just lose my wife, I quit living too. I was breathing, I was eating, but I'd gone in the ground right beside her. Folks told me she would want me to keep going. It took my grandson's small voice to call me back up to the land of the living. I'm learning to live again. I'm learning to live again. By the mercy that came beside me, after all the death inside me, breathing life back in, I'm learning to live again. For 41 years I had her, then the morning came, she died, and I climbed into the silence, and I stayed there deep inside. I turned away from my own children, wouldn't let their love come near. I quit the songs I used to sing and lived inside my fear. I told myself I'm grieving, and that part of it was true. But somewhere I had quit my life and let it go down too. I'm learning to live again. He's teaching me I'm learning to live again. Not to leave her in forgetting, but to carry her in light. Loving her won't mean I stop here. He won't leave me in the grave with her. Mercy says it's right to rise. I'm learning to live again. It broke me at her birthday when my grandson climbed my knee, and he looked up with her same eyes and whispered, "Stay with me." And I felt the first thing in a year that wasn't only pain, a small and stubborn flicker of a heart that lived again. I asked the Lord to take the weight I wasn't meant to hold, and He breathed a little courage back into my weary my grandson tight. I went back to the house of God and found my voice that night. I'm not pretending that she's here, I'm not saying it won't ache. Her absence is forever, and that's a grief I'll always take. But I won't be buried breathing while my family's still alive, 'cause the God who met me in the loss is teaching me to thrive. Maybe you lost the one you built your whole life around, and maybe like me, you climbed into the grave right beside them and called it faithfulness. Listen, honoring them doesn't mean you stop. The love you had was never meant to bury you. You're allowed to live again. I'm learning to live again. He's teaching me I'm learning to live again. Not to leave her in forgetting. to rise. Oh, I'm learning to live again. I'm learning to live again. I can feel the sun again. I'm learning to live again. I will carry her in laughter. I will speak her name with joy. I'm not leaving her behind me. I am taking her toward life. Every breath is hers and his now. I'm learning to live again. I'm learning to live again. She's still gone. I still reach for her some mornings, but I'm not in that grave anymore. By his mercy, I'm learning to live again.